everybody, this is Edith with Sozo Consulting, and I know it's been a minute for the consulting side, but I wanted to get with you guys because y'all know I ate too much for Thanksgiving. Put that salad up there. I posted that because I'm doing a reset for myself, and I was like, you know what? I need to take my peeps through a reset too, because I'm gonna tell y'all, I have been to too many funerals this year, and I want everyone who I care about, because I care about all of y'all, to live your best life and to live a long life. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the gateway sugar. Okay, yeah. How many people that you know have been diagnosed with diabetes or pre-diabetes? Yeah, well, we about to take this stuff down. Okay, so join me because we're gonna do some things. All right, we're gonna do some things, and not it ain't gonna take all day. 14 days, 2 weeks. We're going to see a change. All right. Y'all ready? So it's going to start though with us changing our mindset. And y'all know we talked about our mind and our way of thinking about how we think about food. So food is not just what we intake to feed us. Okay. It is actually a communication system for our body. It gives our body instruction on what it should do. So if you're eating good foods, real foods, raw foods, your body says, hey, you're safe, you good. You can heal, you can regulate yourself. But, do most of us do that? No. Do most of us think about it? No. Sometimes we just too busy and just plopping stuff. What do? We go for the processed, the easy to get, the fast food, right? And when we put that in, what does it do? It puts our body on alert. Yes. And what is it alerted? It alerts it and tells our body, hey, you about to just go through some things. So you need to store some energy and you need to prep for the stress that I'm about to put on you, because you're going to have to work to get all this fake stuff out your system. Yes. And you know what? We look at our body and the results of that, and we talk about how our body is failing us. It's not. It is acting how God designed the body to act so it can keep itself alive, okay? And what does it do? It produces weight gain, okay? For all the toxic stuff that's in there, it tries to surround it so it don't get all in you, right? It gives you fatigue, because your body's taking the energy, trying to burn that stuff out that's not good, right? And then that inflammation, your body is just trying to get all us little soldiers together, all right, to burn that stuff up out, right? So your body's supposed to do that to protect itself. But we do not need it to continue to be in that state. And that's where most of us are. We're living in a state of weight gain, a state of fatigue, a state of inflammation. Oh my goodness. But we're going to change that. Why? Because we are going to think what I'm putting in is what I put out. So let me be cautious about what I put in. And I know you ready to do this with me. I know you are, right? Yes. So we're going to do it. 14 measly days. Okay. Let me be clear though. It took us more than 14 days to get here. It did. Every candy bar, every spoonful of sugar, like every ketchup bottle that we went through, it just stuff that we got sugar in that we had no idea sugar was in, because we don't even control our own foods now. Okay. Yeah. So what's going to happen? We're going to take 14 days and we're going to try to reduce and stabilize our blood sugar, reduce the spikes in our body, reduce the crashes, and we'll want to feel a noticeable difference, okay? Even in our clarity of our thinking, okay? Yes. So let's talk about this. blood sugar does not just affect diabetes, okay? All right, so you diabetic, you pre-diabetic, been diagnosed for that. We already know your blood sugar's out of whack. But some of us have not even been diagnosed with that, and our blood sugar is high. It's out of whack. And how do we know? Well, we don't have any energy. We're moody. We can't sleep. Our memory's bad. We're hungry all the time, gaining weight. And again, that inflammation, okay? So we lacking energy, lacking focus, lacking crave, or actually not lacking crave. We got all sorts of cravings, and our hormones are out of whack, and inflammation everywhere. But what can we do, okay? What are we going to do? We are going to do what we can to experience fewer crashes, have better energy, have less intense cravings, and more stable moods. We're going to regulate. We're going to have fewer spikes. We're going to have more steady energy and reduce cravings. So what we're going to do? What we're going to do? You ready? All right. We're going to take those sugary drinks out of our diet. Y'all ready? Don't turn me off. Don't turn me off. Just listen. Next, we're going to take those refined carbs out of our diet, okay? And it's not forever, okay? We're doing this for a period of time, okay? All right. We're going to take those late night sugar binges out of our diet, okay? Yeah. We're going to take the ultra processed foods out of our diet, okay? All right. Now, I know Christmas is right around the corner, and we're going to have these cakes and these pies, right? But what we're going to do is regulate everything as much as possible before then, so that when we do partake for Christmas and New Year's, then we can recover quickly with less damage to our bodies, okay? Yeah. And then afterwards, in the new year, we're going to be running, okay? Yeah. So, just know that those foods, the sugary drinks, refined carbs, late night sugar binges, and ultra processed foods, they create spikes in your sugar. And those spikes, what? They lead to crashes. So what do we want to do? We want to be balanced, okay? So what are we going to do? Balanced meals are the foundation to blood sugar control. We want to control it. And how are we going to do it? Protein plus fiber plus healthy fat. Protein plus fiber plus healthy fat, okay? So this is what you can eat. Fish, chicken, olive oil, avocados, nuts, leafy greens, all kind of vegetables, okay? Like eggs, you name it. It's a plethora of foods out there that is just the start of the list, okay? So those foods are going to help you regulate your blood sugar. That protein will slow the absorption of sugar. The fiber is going to steady your digestion, and the fats are going to keep you full, okay? Yeah. And timing matters as well. So we're going to stop eating at late night, okay? And we're going to stop eating all day long, okay? Because literally every time you put food in your mouth, it causes your body to reduce insulin, okay? And so if you're continuously eating and then you're eating late, your body is continuously just making insulin all the time. And it's not supposed to be in that state all the time. So what are we going to do? We're going to come up with a stable rhythm of eating. So maybe you are the person that's diabetic and you got to have breakfast. Eat your breakfast. But maybe you stop eating earlier in the evening, like 7 o'clock. Because when I tell y'all, intermittent fasting, life changer, okay? Life changer. It will help regulate your blood sugar faster, oh my goodness, than just eating the right things by itself, okay? Yes. So whether you need to not eat breakfast and eat later, or not eat so late and finish eating earlier, I admonish you to begin intermittent fasting, and we can talk about that more later, okay? But it creates a rhythm in your body, how it's going to receive food, all right? And that rhythm helps bring balance. It helps bring balance. And talking about rhythm, hey, movement is what you need to do next. Okay, yes, you need to get up and move, and it doesn't have to be anything like extensive, but maybe you walk after your meals, or you do light strength training, or you stretch even, because movement tells your cells to use the glucose that's in your system, which lowers that blood sugar. All right, so consistency is the key versus intensity with your workout. Okay, then here, we always forget about our sleep and stress. But I'm here to tell you, it affects blood sugar so much. Oh my gosh. Poor sleep and high stress actually raises your blood sugar. Did you know that? Yeah. Even if you're eating right, even if you're eating at the right times, it still causes your blood sugar to go up. Cortisol raises glucose, and sleep, thank God, if it's restorative, will restore insulin sensitivity. Okay, so if you're not sensitive to insulin anymore, you got to get your sleep on, okay? And not just any sleep, but restful sleep. You cannot out-eat stress, okay? You need to tell yourself that. You cannot out-eat stress. You got to eat right, but you got to de-stress too. And also, you got to hydrate, all right? Dehydration concentrates the sugar in the blood. If you don't have enough water in your system, your blood gets all thick, okay? And so does that glucose, all right? So you need water. You need electrolytes from whole foods. You can do juicing, but you need to limit juice and totally get rid of soda. But if you just got to have it limited, okay? And we think juice is just perfect and okay, but juice is the fruit without the fiber, and you need that fiber to help stabilize the sugar in your blood, okay? So, what are you gonna notice in 2 weeks? By day 7, you should see signs of improvement, okay? So less fatigue, fewer cravings, clearer thinking, even a better mood. Yes. And I am here for it, okay? Yes. And I am here for you. So if you are ready to do this thing with me, I need you to put yes below, okay? Drop that, and in that way I can know who I got in this game with me, because we are going to regulate some things. So let me tell you though, here's my disclaimer. I need all y'all to get with your doctors, okay? Get with your doctors. Don't do this without your doctor being on your side with this if you have a medical doctor, okay? So, especially if you're on medication and you've been diagnosed with diabetes, because what's going to happen, you're going to do this and you're going to start healing. And you're not going to need as much medication as you did before. And if you don't change your medication prescription, what's going to happen is your blood sugar is going to drop too low. And we don't need that going on. So, get with your doctor and y'all partner. And as you heal, you get a lower prescription. Heal, lower prescription. Heal, lower prescription until you come off of it totally. And I know people who have come off of it totally. Okay, yes. So, blood sugar balance isn't about restriction. And I don't want you to feel restricted. I want you to feel like you are doing something to extend your life, okay? It's about regulation, okay? When glucose is stabilized, your whole body functions better. You can be at optimal level to do the purpose that God created you and sent you here to do. Yes. So, join me next video. I'm going to be dropping down. We're going to take this and we're going to do this 2 weeks, and you're going to see a difference. And as you see a difference, I need you to put that down below too, that you are noticing a difference, and tell me what difference you see, okay? Yes, and so we got another video coming, because what we're going to do is we're going to take each thing and we're going to reset. 2-week resets for each thing, okay? All right, so let's get this blood sugar going down, all right? Be blessed, be empowered, and we'll see you next video.